Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel Lady Like Me. This is Sherry. The video that I'm going to do today is somewhat different from other videos that I do. Granted, I do like a makeup tutorial or product review, DIY, vlogs, mukbang, but this one is my first. I will be doing a chit chat kind of video, I think. This is something personal and sensitive topic because I decided to talk about infertility. Let me just get this out of the way. I am 19 weeks pregnant at the moment. You might be wondering why do I want to make this kind of video, but I still chose to talk about this topic because this pregnancy didn't happen quick for us. It took us 6 long years to get pregnant, and I decided to share my thoughts, the things that we went through, my husband and I, to combat or somewhat manage the issue of infertility. I will try my very best not to be super emotional about this video. Wish me luck. For the first time in my life, I googled what is infertility. So last week I found out that infertility means not being able to become pregnant after a year of trying. If a woman can get pregnant but keeps having miscarriages and stillbirth, that's also considered as infertility. I belong to that group because I've been trying, my husband and I have been trying for 6 long years. This topic is so close to my heart because before I found out I was pregnant, I went through years of fears, doubts, to a point where I started to question and I started to entertain the thought of maybe pregnancy is not for me. That was super difficult. It was difficult for me in a sense that I am a woman who wants to have a baby. I dreamt of having a family of my own. Entertaining that thought is really heartbreaking for me. Before I go deeper into infertility and what we did in those 6 years of being childless, let me quickly share with you our, let's just say, married life timeline. My husband and I got married 2012 earlier that year, and then we went straight to our honeymoon. From that point, I didn't really do anything to hinder the chance of being pregnant. And I remember, like, while on my honeymoon, I will receive like a random text from a family member or my mom saying that they can't wait for me to get pregnant, they want to have a grandchild. I was happy that time. I was happy, I wasn't pressured at all. After spending some time together, my husband had to come back home here in the United States and I was left in the Philippines. Right after our honeymoon, obviously I went straight back to my hometown. And I remember seeing my aunt, some of my aunts, super excited to see me, and one of my aunt even suggested let's go buy a pregnancy test because they can't wait. They're super excited. At that time, I was completely happy. I did understand their excitement 100%, even my mom. So August of that year, 2012, my husband came home in the Philippines to see me because he's about to deploy. Again, to make the long story short, he stayed for a few weeks in the Philippines and then I didn't get pregnant. That was the scenario of our first year as a married couple. Now, LDR and deployment has its own hardships. So that distance caused fear, longingness, and overall it was just emotionally draining for the both of us. Looking back at our lives before, it was so challenging and yes, true, emotionally draining, mainly because of the distance. But we managed to stay together. So fast forward 2014, he came home in the Philippines to get me. I arrived here in the States January 28th, I think, of 2014. Again, both of us didn't do anything to prevent us from being pregnant. From 2014 to 2015, I wasn't really disheartened that I am still not pregnant because I was enjoying my stay here in the United States. We usually go on a road trip or do something fun, something new. I say it was a year of like adjustments for us as a married couple because he has to adjust and I have to adjust. Living in a new place, having a husband, cooking, cleaning, doing everything. I just have a lot in my plate during that time. That's why I wasn't really, okay, I'm not pregnant, then let's just wait for another year. So that was my way of thinking before. Both of us were happy. My family, they are still wishing us to have a baby. Like every time I call them, are you pregnant? But I was okay. By 2016, when we celebrated our 4th-year wedding anniversary, the fact that I'm still not pregnant started to hit me. My family and our friends, they always greet us on Facebook. Their wishes is typically about for us to be a family, for me to be pregnant. These wishes are given to us annually, and every year that we celebrate our wedding anniversary, it becomes more painful for me. I guess because it is also an annual reminder of my inability to get pregnant. I also have this one relative who keeps on annoying me to get pregnant because I'm not getting any younger. Her approach was kind of different. It was, in a way, aggressive. I understand. I mean, she has this family, she might be over the moon about it, and she wants me to feel the same way. I know those things obviously came from a good place. My mom even wants me to have a baby right away. But there are some things that you have to consider when it comes to this issue. You have to be respectful. It really is not necessary to state the obvious. It is truly frustrating. I can't get pregnant. Those are the words that I can't say out loud, but my mind, oh my god, it is screaming it. I wish my aunt knew that I want it more than she does. I know the facts. The ideal age for a woman to get pregnant, all of this, like maybe they just don't want me to have like a very complicated pregnancy, but there's that limitation that you just don't have to cross. I know what I'm doing, let me handle it. In our 4th year of marriage, my husband and I started to question what's wrong with us. And I say it's a normal thing because we both want to have a family. During that time, my husband suggested of seeing a fertility doctor. But I said I'm not ready for it. I will just be stressed. I know myself. And also, I can say that maybe I'm just scared of that certainty of finding out what's wrong with me or what's wrong with my husband. So I said, no, I'm not ready to see a fertility doctor for now. Fertility treatments cost a lot. It requires multiple tests, injections. I mean, it depends on your case. I might require a certain type of surgery to get pregnant, but even if I go through all of those things, it is not 100% guaranteed that I will be pregnant after that particular treatment. Those things are already playing on my head. Fertility treatments are long, emotionally draining, super stressful process. Fertility treatments are not just physically painful, but it is also like emotionally difficult. I don't think I'm ready for that. So hats off to women who can go through such difficult and long journey. My husband and I talked about adoption, IVF, donor, surrogate, and savings. Obviously, you need to have savings if you want to go through treatments because of the cost. We also considered the possibility of a childless marriage. Well, we have a baby. I have a fur baby right here. This is our fur baby. His name is Virus. When we got to the topic of a childless marriage, I got super scared. At that point, I felt the need to be completely honest with my husband. I opened up about divorce. I don't want the love of my life to be unhappy with me. Life is too short to be with someone who just makes you unhappy. So if he wants to have a family, Go ahead and tell me so that I can give my blessings. Be with someone who can give you family. Don't get me wrong, I didn't have that kind of thinking before. I was once young and stupid and I did a lot of things that I'm not proud of. But those things and this marriage really made me mature. So I don't want to see him unhappy. If he really wants to have a family, go ahead. Let's just separate ways. I'm sorry, I didn't think that this would be so hard for me. When I was young, I thought you just have to have sex and then you will get pregnant. That's it. I missed the fact that not everything is the same for everyone. I really just don't want him to be unhappy. So one night when we were having a dinner, I found the courage to ask my husband, if I can't give you a baby, do you want a divorce? I was caught off guard when he threw the question back at me. It somehow had a different impact. When he said, if I can't give you a baby, do you want a divorce? From that moment, I realized that my want of becoming a mother is nothing compared to my want of like, I want my husband with me. In reality, yes, I can live without my husband, but I choose to have him around. Like in my life is beautiful that way. I am more happy that way. And suddenly it was just a clear choice. I want my husband in my life. My husband also felt the same way. He continued talking, and the only thing that I can remember that he said during that night was, come to think of it, let's say we're able to have kids, leave us, they will have their own family. In the end, it's still going to be you and me and our fur baby. We will go travel. We love road trips. Let's just do that. And yeah, that's the plan. We will be happy. That's basically the summary of what he told me. After that honest conversation, all of my fear, doubt, insecurity as a woman, they all went away. And I never opened up about divorce again. And that's how we dealt with infertility. We discussed about everything. We were open. We were completely honest with each other. Uncertainties just fuel anxiety. Yes, it is a fact. I am not certain if I can get pregnant or not. But at least I know and I am certain about my husband's feeling about me. And that is, for me, the most important thing. I want to make sure that I still have the same man who love, value, and support me. Infertility is not the only thing I'll ever face in my life. I am certain of that. I want to make sure that I am still with someone willing to help me brave my future storms, as I would also do the same for him. As a woman who wants to become a mother, it was very painful for me to entertain the idea that there is a huge possibility that I can't give my husband a child. But he didn't really pressure me. He didn't make me feel that there's something missing in our lives. I suddenly just remembered this one time when we were watching Supernaturals. It's a show. In that episode, they were basically showing that heaven for everyone is different. So out of the blue again, I asked my husband what is heaven for him, and he answered right away, it's you and me and our truck, Kevin. Yes, we named our truck Kevin, in an open road that leads to beautiful places. And when I heard that from him, I got super speechless. Yes, we are in a situation that the uncertainty of pregnancy is known, but I am still loved. He never failed to assure me that no matter what, he got my back. Our openness to the issue relieved our worries for our future. I can't stress enough how crucial communication is when it comes to this matter. My advice to a friend or a family member who knows a married couple that doesn't have kids yet, just wish them happiness. Or you can also pray for them secretly that God will grant the desires of their hearts, whatever it is. We all have different priorities. You don't know if their number one priority is their job or their career. It's just wish them happiness. That's it. Just forget mentioning about pregnancy. If they open up, then maybe you can share your ideas with them, but if they just don't want to talk about it, then just don't talk about it. Overall, avoid that topic, because one way or another someone's gonna get offended or hurt. Reality check, we don't have the same journey. Some people find their soulmates, some don't. Some women get pregnant easily, some takes time, and some women don't. So basically what I'm saying is not everything is for everyone. My advice to women who doesn't have kids yet, number one, the future isn't known. Enjoy your present, because it is truly a gift. Stop thinking about the past, it's been done. Stop thinking about the future so much, because it is uncertain. Just focus on right now, like the present. You can choose to be happy or stressed. It's a decision. Happiness is a decision. So just go be happy and live your present. You hold the key to that emotion. If you choose happiness right now, you will be happy. Number two, please communicate with your partner. Tell all of your worries and fears, your concerns about everything. That certainty is so important. It will clear your head. No matter what his answers are, it will clear everything. Be genuine with what you feel. It will just make everything better. Forget about the pressure. Stop thinking of, I'm a married woman, I'm supposed to have kids, and to be a mother is my only purpose. Focus on other roles instead. As a woman, you're capable of so much more. Personally, I believe that the essence of a woman doesn't just revolve around bearing children. How about our ability to love, to share wisdom, to lift others, to motivate, to provide care, and so much more? I suggest you change your focus. You're a married woman and you should enjoy your married life with someone that you truly love. Enjoy it. Own it. To be a mother is a special and wonderful role, but there are other roles in life. Be a good sister, a loving daughter, or a loving wife. Whatever your career is, the best doctor, the best nurse, just be good at the things that you do. This is an important advice, and I really want you to forget the pressure, because if you're just pressured that you have to be pregnant, do you really think the pressure stops there? No. Honey, it continues with criticisms. How you carry your pregnancy, the type of birth you prefer, or parenting styles, it just doesn't stop. You have to learn how to ignore this noise from people, especially when you know that they don't love you and they don't care for you. Instead of listening to others, listen carefully to yourself. Last but the most important advice, love yourself. For me and my husband, we didn't stop living even if we didn't have kids. Our way of showing that we love ourselves is just doing activities. I love hiking. I love taking care of my body. I love organic stuff. I also do love fast food from time to time, but I do love tea. By the way, my favorite tea without caffeine is the Ashatiba tea, and it really is good for you. Take care of yourself, you know. I go on a hike. My husband loves to come with me when I do hiking. I will post all of the videos right here if you want to see. But yes, I do love to hike. It just makes me happy, and it takes me a while to hike, but I do that activity. I take care of my husband. I feed him organic stuff sometimes, and also I let him do his thing, activities that makes him happy, and that's Muay Thai. Last year he decided to go attend a Muay Thai class because it just calms him down, it makes him happy, and of course I want to support him. So yeah, he's having a blast right now. That's how we show that we love our bodies. My way of thinking before was, even if I can get pregnant, at least I'm happy. At least we are living. After I processed the fact that maybe I can't get pregnant, I let go of everything, all of the negativity in my life, like the pressure, the hatred, the doubt. At some point, you have to let go of those negativities because they will weigh you down. They will hinder you from becoming a better person. Once you let go of that negativity, you will open yourself to a lot of possibilities. Continue to love yourself and focus in your own happiness. The more you do these things, the better you'll feel. I know this journey is really painful, but sometimes these challenges and hardships are blessings in disguise. Let it make you better and kinder. I don't know if you're religious or whatever, but I am. God has a plan for you. Just be at the moment, take care of yourself, be healthy, and be happy. I truly hope you felt comforted while watching this video. My husband is here. You're not alone. There are a lot of women who are also going through the same journey. Hope you'll focus on self-love. I wish you all the best and happiness. Thank you so much for watching my video. I'll see you on my next one. Come here. He's here. Sit down. Yeah, it took us 6 years. 6 years to get pregnant, right? And did anything change? I'm so lucky to have him. He's so uncomfortable. Bye guys.